Okay, welcome along. Tonight I'm going to make a pasta with a little bit of Atlantic salmon, some capers, olive oil, chilli, white anchovy, and it's going to be fairly simple. You can always use other fish. You can use tin tuna if you like. You can use smoked trout, pretty much whatever you like. You don't have to use the chilli, it's all fairly straightforward, but this is what we're going to be doing tonight. And to serve, we're going to have some burnt butter with sage and serve that with a pecorino cheese. But you can use Parmesan cheese. You don't have to use the cheese. You don't have to use the sage. You don't have to burn the butter, but this is what we like to eat. So it's an awesome dish, and I use awesome too much. I've got to stop that. But it's a very, very straightforward one, and it'll be ready in about 20 minutes. And the first step will start now. Okay, I've put the water on to boil, and in the meantime, I'm now going to put my salmon into the oven for about 10 minutes. You can fry it if you like, but I'm just going to bake it in the oven for about 10 minutes so it starts to cook through, because it needs to be pretty much fairly well cooked before we start putting it into the pasta, otherwise it'll stay raw. Okay, 12 minutes later, the salmon's pretty much ready to go, so now all I'm going to do is start to break it up, because you want it to be a bit smaller, because you want it to go into the sauce, and then that way, and like I said, you can use tin tuna. You don't have to follow this step, it's up to you. Tin tuna is just as good actually. So, but as you can see, it's cooked through, so when the sauce is going, it's just going to go into the sauce. And my pasta is almost ready. It's boiling in salted water. Never forget the salted water. So now we're going to start the actual sauce itself. Okay, now that the pasta is almost ready, a bit of olive oil into a pan, and we throw in the white anchovies. As you can see, you break them up. Now you can use normal anchovies, or you don't have to use any anchovy whatsoever, but anchovy just adds that little bit of sourness and that little bit of salt, and it adds a little bit of depth to the flavour. And another optional ingredient, a little bit of garlic. So again, up to you. The moosh, to moosh that. About, as you saw there, about 45 seconds later, a minute. Throw in your chili, and again, another optional ingredient. You don't have to throw in chili. If you've got children, don't worry about it. If you love chili, load her up. We like chili, obviously. And go your capers. Again, I'll add a little bit of that piquant sort of flavour. Love a good chili. Love a good caper. And now we add, salmon. Get that nicely heated through. Oh, it's smelling unbelievable. Getting hungry just looking at it. Notice the pasta isn't being drained. We just pick it out of the water. You want a little bit of that water in there. That starchy water just adds to the sauce. Because that's the whole sauce, we're not adding any more. Mix it through. It is smelling delish. You gotta love a good pasta. Filling, hearty, warm. And now we're burning the butter. And again, another optional step. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But again, it just adds a depth of flavour. And the sage just finishes it off. It gives it that really nice herby flavour. But you can throw in basil if it's summer. You can throw in whatever you like. This is a really, really easy, whatever you like. Cook that off for about 2 minutes, minute and a half. As you can see, how long has that been? Maybe a minute. And now we'll do the plating. Actually, now we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice. And a little bit of spectacle. Now, straight onto the pasta. And then we plate it from there. And it is smelling fantastic. And bon appetit. Please enjoy. Hope you try it.